So this is my first test of the Sony HDR-CX900E, and to start with I wanted to try its 24p mode. Now it's very unusual for a UK camcorder to offer 24p. Because our standard frame rate is 25, that's all we're normally offered, but on this camera you can switch to 24p, though you have to reboot the camcorder and reformat the memory card to do so for no readily apparent reason. One thing to note about 24p on this camcorder is that it's actually 23.976 frames a second. That's a hangover from the US frame rates, where 30 FPS is actually 29.97. It's a minefield, best not to know, but slightly annoying that as we're not in the US, we don't get a genuine 24p. Now the one thing about slower frame rates, and progressive ones at that, is that motion can become a bit juddery, and that's why I've gone out shooting cars today, because they're moving very fast, so if anything's going to show up as stuttery, they should. And indeed, on the footage, though I don't know if it comes across on YouTube, there is a distinct staccato effect, though you do get used to it. Now the video was shot at 50 megabits per second in Sony's XAVC-S format, that's the highest spec the camcorder can do, and for the purposes of testing I left focus and exposure on auto, as this was a 24p test rather than anything else. That said, I reckon the camcorder's done a decent enough job. You can see it shifting the exposure as I pan off the sky and back again. The other thing I wanted to do a quick test of was the depth of field, because if you're shooting 24p for the filmic look, you probably want filmic blur in the background too, so here's some roadside vegetation on a 2/3 zoom. Notice how the flower is overexposed by the auto camcorder setting, of course because it's taking the overall brightness level of the picture as a whole. It's very easy to correct and nudge down a fraction in manual mode. Now this shot was actually manual focus, just because I was playing, but it is nice and crisp where I want it to be. Right, that's it for the 24p tests. If you liked it, how about giving the video a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel for many more camcorder tests and conclusions still to come. Thanks for watching, bye bye.